let's start the show.
Pay attention.
And now, Real Talk with Officer Keep It Real.
Keep it real.
Daryl Triplett is a real comedian who has also been a police officer for 23 years. In this mind-blowing reality show, Officer Triplett will talk about real-life issues and the pressing problems of our everyday reality in a serious but sometimes humorous way. He always has an interesting solution to all your problems. So gear up for a one-of-a-kind reality talk show, and let's keep it real.
Keep it real, homies.
Here's Daryl Triplett as Officer Keep It Real.
Welcome to another episode of the Officer Keep It Real show. My name is Daryl Triplett. I'm your host, comedian. I'm here with Net B.
Hola.
I'm here with Key Mac on the back.
Yeah.
Are we doing the Key Mac on the back?
I know y'all need
Key Mac on the back. 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 We have a new guest with us, everybody. This young blood is 24 years old. His name is Tonio, and he's been a long watcher of the show. And we invited him on the show to just give us some perspective from a younger view, because all the people that sit on this panel besides me is old as hell.
Speak for yourself, honey.
So, me and Antonio got to hold it down for the younger generation.
Actually, I'm the youngest host.
Really?
Yeah. I'm the youngest co-host.
I thank you, Antonio. About 48, 50 around there.
No, boo.
Leave it up to the ancient one.
So we got Antonio joining us today from Atlanta, Georgia. What side of town are you from?
I'm from the south side, southwest Atlanta.
All right,
Southwest
Southwest Atlanta. All right. My daughter always goes, south side, the best side. I'm like, you've never even been to the south side.
We don't need you to be quiet.
You've never even been to the south side, all right? The hell you know about the south side. So, folks, we got a hot topic today for you on the Officer Keep It Real show. As usual, people, we are going to keep it 100. We're going to tell the truth. We're going to have fun. Each one teach one. Join us at OKIR.tv, OKIR.tv, every Friday at 4 o'clock. Every Friday at 4 o'clock, tune in with us. I got to tell y'all something, and I didn't tell you, Antonio, even in backstage. The other day, I'm gonna make this quick, and I want to give my shout out to this person also. I was at an apartment community, and we run the security thing or whatever, and I was handing out the flyers because I was picking up another buddy of mine that was coming in at the airport, and this guy walk in and he goes, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" And I go, and I'm looking around like, what? He's like, You're the TV host guy. And I'm like, no. He's like, you're the news guy. I'm like, no. He was like, yeah, he's the news guy. I said, I'm with the Officer Keep It Real. Yeah, you're Officer Keep It Real. How's that being Key Mac and them? So I just want to give a shout out to that young man that watches every Friday at 4 o'clock.
He was super excited.
Oh, I was so excited.
Guess what? People know
I got the phone call.
you can't give a brother a little bit of fame.
Right.
I got to be extra with it.
I asked me to give an autograph tree.
You know what? I should have given him an autograph. But hey, you know what? That's good looking out. We love you back, believe me, and we appreciate y'all watching every Friday, straight up and down. So, all right. A couple things here. Some housekeeping rules. Again, when you call up, keep it 100, no BS. We give it back how we get it. So when let's just jump into it. We got, a lot of hot topics here today. So the first one I want to jump into is, and I want to make sure that I'm pronouncing her name right, Shawanda Favors.
Yeah,
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Give it up for me then. All right, Shawanda Favors was arrested after pepper spraying some students at a Carver High School in Atlanta, Georgia. I think my wife went to Carver. Did she?
She did.
Yeah. At Carver High School in Atlanta for trying to defend her children. Favors said when she saw the students jumping her son, she had to save him. I say kudos for Miss Favors.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to tell you.
I mean, because it could
was
have
a mess.
really went left, you know.
Yeah, could have
So-
been worse than that.
Yeah.
So,
my
so
child.
let me ask you a question, Antonio. So, on this particular subject, and I love it because you 24. That's not young, but it's not older as the rest of the panel. We ain't as old as the rest of the panel sitting up here. Okay, so we got to break things into their style. Because the older generation don't understand
Hey, why
us
you
young.
keep acting like you weren't in the club?
He's the oldest one
older-
here.
the
Ancient, as a matter of
The
fact.
older generation don't understand how we vibe, okay?
Oh, really?
All right? So we're going to have
So
to
you
break
got
it
a young
down.
spirit.
That's right. I got a young spirit. So what do you think about this?
Oh,
As a
man,
young man
spirit.
born in Atlanta, grew up in Atlanta, what do you think about that? I mean, it's interesting to get that perspective to me.
I mean, I think she really went light on it. Like, basically, she went light. If that was my mom, it would have been something totally different. Probably
Our
would've
whole
heard
family
some
would've been out
gunshots.
there.
They just been running. You would
Right.
have seen bats, heard tasers go off. Like, probably would have heard shots.
Gunshots.
Right.
Just-
Yeah,
More
I think
than
she
me.
went, and see, I think that this is a big problem with policing again, and I hate to keep beating up on the police because they do a good job, and most of the cops out there are good people, but things like this and some of the other things that we talk about, I just don't understand. You've got this mother, okay? This isn't a gang fight. This isn't a drug deal that went bad. This isn't nothing like that. This is a mother who's picking her kid up from school. And these other knucklehead kids, what was it, like 30 or 40 of them or something like
That's
that?
about 40 kids.
Yeah, trying to jump her kid. What the hell you expect her to do?
Right. And I mean, like, that, just like Tonio said, and that was on a, a more calm level because she probably thinking, the kids and know how kids are. But that's a large group. So what do? Jump in with them and try to pull somebody's child? I mean, then that's another problem.
And these kids so disrespectful these
Right,
days.
so
Even if she would have jumped, try to break it up, she probably
They
would
would've
still end
had
up having to fight them.
Right.
Well,
So
I'm gonna tell you now,
pepper
any decent cop out there, if they would have been on the scene at that given time to see that, they would have maced them too.
Right.
So that's
So
what I'm
why she
saying.
going to jail?
I don't understand.
Well, the way they're going on now, I probably would have shot out.
Well, you're right about that. But I'm telling you, that would have been a perfect legal justification of mace right there, because what mace does, it incapacitates you for just a little bit. Now, I can see if she's just walking around just, hey,
Right.
hey, just spraying people, all right? That's not the case here. The woman is legitimately seeing her kid being jumped and comes to her kid's defense.
There's absolutely
See, this is
nothing
the
wrong
thing
with
about the system's wrong. And I'm going to tell you something, Miss Favors. Don't be discouraged by it. So you went to jail. Who gives a damn? I'm sorry you have to spend a little bit of money to get bailed out. But let me tell you something. You continue to protect your kids. You continue to be there for your kids. Because what this does is it sends a chill down every parent's bone in the world that now, if I defend my kid for any known reason, then I got to take a trip to jail. And it's crazy. Because I always say, I don't mind going, I'll go to jail.
Oh,
Oh,
Lord,
there's
here
some
we go with
things.
this again.
Man, I'm not lying.
When it
There's
comes to
some
my kids,
there's some things
I'm gonna be there.
I just know.
yeah, half of these kids look growner than we do anyway.
And
so-
bigger.
And exactly.
And if she hadn't done that, God only knows what would happen to
Well,
the kid.
right.
That kid probably
And
be
even her
dead.
son said, my mom saved me. They was kicking them, stomping them. I would have lost my mind. I would have
Exactly. That's why I say she
good.
good. She
I would've
good.
ran him over.
'Cause,
You'd have had to
hey,
have a mind to
they would have
lose
been having a
first.
lot of funerals behind it, because I would have hit half of them with a car.
I mean, I'm telling you now. I don't know if it was my oldest son. Maybe not so
No.
I
quick.
know you ain't talking about don't you? I know you ain't talking about don't
Don't
you.
do that to him.
No,
If it was
no.
my oldest boy, I ain't telling you. I'd have to see. I'd have to say, what did you do, son? Why are they kicking you in the head?
Don't do him like that.
Don't do Donovan.
No, he know I got his back 100%. But again, they could have easily killed this kid, and that's a problem. And that was going to take us sort of into our question today that we're going to get into a little later. But I mean, I don't,
Or, well, here's the thing. To me, it falls back on the school is totally reliable. Because my thing is, why should kids even feel that it's okay to be grouped up like that and jump two boys? They have no fear. That principal and those administrators have no authority. They don't care. And the fact is, a police officer was on duty at the
I was
school.
gonna say, what happened to the school police?
He was there. He just didn't make it there fast enough. So they may need to amp up security or officers or what, but something needs to be done about that whole administration system, because that should not have happened.
Well, I'm gonna tell you now. Kudos to Miss Favors. She did what she had to. See, just like the police is always saying, they did what they had to do in a tough situation and make a split-second call.
Yeah.
So did Miss Favors.
And you know what? One of my Facebook friends, her children goes to Carver, and she said she spoke to the principal on several times, telling the principal she feel like she have to like she don't allow her kids to get on the school bus. She take her kids to school every day and bring them home. Now at high school, you're pretty much responsible. You know, it ain't elementary or middle, but even they get on the school bus. But she feel like she have to do this to make sure her kids make it home safe. And she talked to the principal and said she always feel like that she have to be there to protect.
So
her
what
kids.
is the principal saying?
She
Has she written?
She didn't say anything regarding what the principal said. Not yet at least. And a lot of times she said she volunteered in the classroom just to be up there.
See, it's a little difficult for me on this one, y'all, to be honest, because with Atlanta Public Schools, you can't. I mean, it's like saying that every time someone gets robbed, it's the police's fault. You can't really necessarily say that. Everybody is responsible for their own action, and there's nothing that the school system could have done to prevent a mob of 40 kids
on the school property. Well, let me tell you, when we went to school, we knew not to play with our principal. She will railroad you out the door. She didn't play.
Yeah,
she didn't give you chances
but some
like
of
that.
these kids don't care nowadays.
Well, because the disciplinary ain't. Let me tell you, it starts.
Well,
at
when
home.
you discipline them, this is what happens.
But you know the problem. You know the problem, kids. Get them out of there. Send them to alternative school. These kids just didn't pop up being a problem. 40 kids, I could see if it was 2 or 3. There's a problem in that school. This didn't just happen.
Antonio, these adults just don't understand.
I can't just say in the school. I just say period. It's
right.
a problem.
Y'all just don't understand what we're talking about.
Like,
it's
I
a
just
problem,
can't say the
period,
school.
but certain schools,
But I understand what you're saying too about the schools, because some
it ain't
schools
rolling like
you
that
don't
when
have to worry about it because they do know
it ain't right. It ain't
it's
wrong.
gonna be some consequences.
It ain't rolling like that in all the other suburban counties. Why the city schools always got to be? I don't know if it's a lack of.
Did they say
Email.
Everybody
who does that? Ain't nobody find no
Here's another thing.
Emails and news no more.
In certain counties.
Nobody fighting over that computer. They should.
No, let me tell you.
right?
That too.
In certain counties, if the school system, like in my county, if the school system know that you were involved in any kind of negative behavior, even outside of the school system, they still approach you when you come back to school and they discipline you for that. So if this video had already circled the media, the school had to know, why wasn't this addressed? Why did it have to get to a second?
But this video,
it really
but hold
seemed
on.
like they scared. Like the
Well,
school
but the
people
video,
scared.
from what I'm understanding, the video of the fight was posted. That means the fight had already happened.
This was round 2. You understand what I'm saying?
Wait a minute, there was 2 fights that
There was
happened.
2 fights. With the boys.
But you can post
And they
stuff
brought
on
it to
social media
school.
instantaneously, though.
No, they got into an altercation a week before this one when the mom jumped in to defend them. And if everybody knew that, trust me, if the kids know, the school know. They should have addressed that then.
I mean, that's not.
This was just
I'm sure you know they took it to school. That's how we got.
Yeah,
to
but I don't
school.
think
It
that
should've been
that's a
addressed
fair
then.
statement to say that the school knew that this was going to happen. I'm just saying. That's just my
I
personal
mean, they
opinion.
probably didn't know
I
that it
don't-
was
I don't-
going to be
you
no
know-
big
They
old
should have
brawl like
addressed
that.
it.
See, y'all gotta stop trying not to blame the school.
That's what I'm saying.
School fault.
They know.
How do you figure that? it's
Because
the
they
school
don't take, like he said, it was already an
fault?
altercation.
It's closer. Go
You
ahead.
gotta think
Speak up.
about it, man. The teachers not there to teach nothing no more. They really trying to fuck with shit. I'm just doing 100.
That's right. Keep it
I know,
real,
but we
Tonyo.
gotta edit. Hold on, we gotta edit all that
I'm
out.
sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't-
All right. That's all right. Go ahead. Go
I'm
ahead.
trying
You
to have
good.
sex with these students and they ain't good. Most of these teachers are young anyway. Ain't no old teachers teaching no more. Most of these teachers 25 to about 35.
Mhm.
Ain't no old teachers.
So you think they knew?
They They know everything.
For one, they knew.
If a group fight happened one
Exactly.
week, you know damn well it's bound to happen again.
Exactly. This is where they meet up at. This they meeting place.
So let me just play devil's advocate for a little second here. So if we know that a fight happened last week, we got maybe 300, 400, 500 students in the school, right? There's probably a fight that happens every day to some magnitude in the school with 300 or 400 buck wild kids in there, right? So we got, what I'm saying is, I guess what I'm trying to just simply say is, how do you differentiate from the fights that happen every day to the fights that are going to escalate into 30 to 40, a riot? That's what I'm trying to say. Because this is basically a riot. Let's just call it what it is. It's a riot.
You can't do that. But what I'm saying is, if you know some students got into an altercation, they should have been pulled in the office and questioned and disciplined.
Exactly.
I mean, but yeah, I get that in a perfect world, but you're talking about.
That's
No,
not
in the
perfect
school
world.
world.
There's other school
That's
systems
in the school world.
outside of Atlanta. That's in Gwinnett County. That's in Rockdale
that's
County.
true,
That's in
but-
Fulton County. It's
That's just in the school world, period.
But-
like she said, the people who's running the school.
Right, I agree with that. I want to go on record and say I agree with that. But what I'm saying is you got to look at the totality of the circumstances. In Gwinnett County, I'm sure at most of their schools, they're not having fights every single day, probably 3 or 4 fights a day. So it's like comparing apples to oranges.
Right, but why? Why can't Atlanta public school systems be just like Gwinnett? Is it a budget issue? And it probably is
Oh, okay.
because they cut the budget, so they cutting out administrators and teachers. Like, why can't they be great? Why can't Atlanta public schools be great?
No, I agree with that. I mean, and I'm sure they're striving to be better, but my fault with this here is, and I'm only knowing what we're reading on the paper here. My fault is I don't understand why the police locked Miss Favors up. That's the only thing I'm trying to say. Okay, we could blame the school, and I wonder if the school police did it. If APD did it or the school police did it. It was school police who locked her up. Yeah.
First off, we gonna see what happened before it happened anyway, because they all gonna see a big ass.
Exactly. It's
Right.
gonna be,
Right.
You already know somebody finna get beat up.
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Well, and I wonder, and that brings to another
Yeah.
question. Where was the police? Now,
No, she said it was the school.
Well,
the
but they
school
said
police
the-
was there, but I believe, what I think is that he was scared, and everybody else who were in the school was scared of them 40-some kids.
Most of
That's
these
what I
cops,
think.
most of these cops dirty anyway. Most especially them school cops. If
Mhm.
they ain't good with them little gangs, they'll be up. They'll really be giving them passes, letting them do that shit. I mean, it's like,
Yeah.
let them do that stuff. Yeah, you gotta.
okay, I'm reading on here. It says APS, Atlanta Public Schools, sent Channel 2 Action News a statement that says the parent was apprehended by the Atlanta Public School Police Department and charged for her inappropriate conduct. 4 students were treated and 1 student was transported to the hospital. What?
There's no student that
What?
See what I'm saying?
And that's why she went to jail.
What?
Because
The
they
campus
was
has
transported
resumed
to the
normal
hospital
operation.
probably from that
Atlanta
case.
Public Schools Police Department is investigating this matter. Wait a minute.
That answer your question.
Well, that just answered my question right there. So I mean, again,
Look, and here it said, okay, so even the students don't blame her for spraying the students. It also says Fernandez asked students if they were scared to come to school, and most of them said yes. They say they would like better security at school. These kids, man,
Same gang.
School problems.
That's up there causing problems. You know what's
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not
Yeah.
all the kids, and that's why I think the police didn't come out there and do nothing, and that's why I think that the administration in the school didn't do nothing because they scared of the kids who probably started this. They probably some kind of little gang or whatever, and they probably scared for their life themselves. If y'all scared, move out the way and put somebody in there. This gonna do something about it. Like, we need a real lean on me school. Like that was
y'all need a Joe. What is it, Joe Clark?
yeah, but you know the problem is teachers not caring no more because of how they're being
Yeah.
treated by the board.
Tony said it.
Yeah, because how they all they pushing, make sure these kids get out of here, get out of here, get out of here. There's no more teaching in education. And then when you have a teacher that want to go beyond, over and beyond, they get reprimanded for it because they're not following policies Like, they even put the teachers back against the wall. They can't do their job.
All you really learn from school anyway is math and science. The rest of it junk be a lot of social studies, a lot, and none of the history books true. Then you learn English.
Well, I just got a phone call yesterday.
So, I mean,
That I need to pay for I need to pay $7 for my twins a social study textbook because the school is not supplying them no more.
Wow.
Yeah, they don't supply books anymore. They
So I thought they were all going to computers now.
Well, they did in our county. They issue out all the kids a laptop, but Atlanta Public Schools, it would probably be.
It would be in the
Well,
building.
Fulton County got Apple computers.
Yeah,
They give it
Fulton
to their
County,
kids now.
right.
Wait a minute, they issue their kids
Yeah,
computers?
Fulton do. Yes,
Oh,
I
really?
love Fulton County. That's where I was trying to go.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's the difference between the Fulton and
I mean, so maybe it's a budgeting issue. I mean, I don't know, but I know this. It is totally ridiculous, and I'm not, you know. It's just one of these deals to where it's just like, what happened? You know, is there a different? Is there a difference in the stories that the media is telling and what really happened? But I don't know. We're gonna talk more about this when we come back from our first break, folks. I'm your boy, Officer Keep It Real, Daryl Triplett, and we're gonna see you when we come right back from our first break. Peace, America. This is your boy, comedian Daryl Triplett, as Officer Keep It Real. And you wanna know what pisses me off? Is when people don't keep it real.
I know that's the truth. And I'm your girl, Nat B, the co-host of Officer Keep It Real. Make sure you tune in every Friday from 4 to 5 because we keep
Keep it real. Peace. Here we go. All right, folks, we are back on the Officer Keep It Real show. I'm your boy, comedian, your host, Daryl Triplett. I am here with, to my right, Net B. I'm here with Key Mac on the back. And we have a very special guest in the house with us, Tonio, today. He's 24 years old. He's a young African-American male. He got a good head on his shoulders. And he's with us today just to offer his perspective from a young person's view about the crap that's going on right now. I done told him he can't cuss, y'all. You know, he was laying it on thick. I said, don't you know they got to edit all this out? So, no, you good, man. We appreciate you coming on, and we hope to have you back. Anyway, Antonio's been which I don't know from behind the scenes, he's been a very big help and support to the show also. He comes just about every week and makes sure things are done, and we love him and we appreciate him for that. Again, when we're looking at this, and we got to talk about personal responsibility, and I always say every week, each one teach one. And you know, my thing as a parent of African American children, right?
Your kid's black?
Yep, sure are. Let me tell you something. I had to go out of town, and my kids had a coworker over, and they was flipping off the side of the pool. And my boy done smacked his forehead on the side of the pool doing a double, you know, where you call stuff where you get the lights on the phone?
Snapchat.
Yeah, where we're doing the thing, and all these people pumping him up, and his dumb butt, oh, I got 5,000 likes, I'm gonna get 5,000 more likes if I do this. So he goes and do a triple flip on the side of the pool and hits his head on the thing there, right? First off, I about come unglued because why do you even got anybody in my house while I'm out of town? That's first off. That's first and foremost. We're just going to start there. Why is somebody even in my... Oh, we had the conversation.
Right.
See, we had the conversation. I guarantee you that won't happen again. And then what dummy listens to the rest of these damn dummies tell you to do something and you do it? I don't get it.
That's what kids do. Well, not even kids. You got
I gotta do it for the likes.
I know. We love likes, y'all. We love likes. That's why we do it. Okay? Y'all don't understand why we do it.
What are you talking about?
I don't know why you saying we.
Because these old people don't understand why we do stuff like that.
They
They don't understand us.
Don't be trying to act.
Tracy, he's old. Let him have that. You see, Tony y'all was just lost.
Yeah.
So the youngest person in the room was just lost.
He's lost in the sauce.
That's how old people
Keep
do.
up with me, man.
Old people do old things. Remember that.
We young
Remember
adults, man.
that, audience. Old people do old
Too
things.
young to know anything about
We
the
was
corny
just
jokes.
lost on that old man movie.
Shoot,
Tony, you gotta keep up with me,
You
man.
almost lost me for a minute.
Girl, I was lost. You see, I wasn't even responding to
Because they don't understand us. Y'all gotta understand us and how we feel. Y'all don't understand because when y'all was young, they didn't have all this technology out.
What's my church name?
Okay? They didn't have all this technology out.
Wake me up.
So y'all don't know how it feels to have 5,000 people on Instagram saying, go, 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 go. All right, I'm gonna get off of it, but I thought it was funny. Yeah. All right, so again, we're gonna move on to the next topic, but man, Miss Favors, keep your head up, stay strong. You gonna beat it in court, by the way. We ain't even talk about that one, cause there ain't gonna be a juror in
I pray not.
a jury or juror, one or plural, that's gonna convict you of
sometimes
this.
we get some old ignorance. I pray that everybody see that she was right.
It ain't nobody gonna convict her of that. Ain't no, if this story happened the way that they said it happened, nobody gonna convict her of that.
Yeah.
Ain't no because what they gotta look at is what would a reasonable, prudent person do in that situation, and was she scared for his life? Notice I said his life. It don't gotta be your life. So let's say if me and you are out at the school and someone jumps you and I'm just a Joe Blow citizen, I can do the same thing because it's about you. Is it reasonable to believe that them kicking and stomping you will cause serious bodily harm to you? And anybody would say yes to that.
Ain't there some kind of law for a little good Samaritan or something like that?
I mean,
Yeah, I think it's pretty much
That's what I'm saying, because as a good Samaritan, you could spray somebody with some mace.
yeah, but it has to be in defense of a third person. And you
Exactly.
gotta have extenuating circumstances. It's gotta be what a reasonable, prudent person will do.
Exactly.
And to me,
was it.
this was what a reasonable,
It's our own
prudent
child.
person would do in the face of danger like this. It's luckily, like everybody said, she didn't do more. So she just simply pepper sprayed them. Congratulations! The pepper spray will wash off. Get you some cold water, pepper spray will wash off. Nobody's hurt. Her son's still
do it
alive.
every day at City Security.
Let me ask you
It's
this.
sprayed
No.
directly in the
On to the
face.
next. No, go ahead.
No, okay, so just say you get arrested, you pay the money to get bonded out or whatever. You go to court and they find you not guilty and the charge was wrong. Why don't the county give you your money back?
That's a good question.
Like, because that's so greedy.
But I know the answer to it though.
But why won't they?
Okay, because when you post a bond is saying that, okay, you do something wrong and you go to jail.
Okay.
And I bond you out. A bond is saying that the bonding company is saying that we're going to post a bond that Natrice and her people that sign on her bond is good for their word, that Natrice NetB is going to come back to court and show up,
Okay.
right? So let's say it takes 6 months for this to go by. Well, the bonding company's done their job if you show up for court.
So you really paying the bond company. But if you pay it cash to get out, they give you your money back. If you
In
don't go
some counties, it just all depends.
Oh.
But
So you
but the
pay
bonding
the
company,
bonding
they don't care because they're like, look, we kept our end of the bargain. She showed up for court and we did our job. Because they would have taken a risk if they would have posted the bond and then you wouldn't have showed up for court and then they called a bond due, then they got to pay.
Gotcha.
So that's why. Oh my God, I'm so smart. God, all right, I'll take it. Shootout at Atlanta gas station, caught on video. Really? Really? Why does she just do her fingers? Like, look, Antonio, she's doing this. She's doing this. That ain't how you do guns buck like this. What are you talking
You're
about?
like this.
What are you shooting?
My trigger finger.
Really? Right, your thumb's in your trigger finger? Yeah.
You
Okay.
got that new gun.
You got the new gun, the trigger finger
I'm
gun.
up there playing video games too long.
This is crazy, man, right here. A wild shootout between two men, one armed with an AK-47 pistol and the other armed with a handgun at Atlanta gas station was caught on video Sunday night. Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, y'all. I mean, and I seen the video, folks, and it actually shows, I guess, them two crossing paths. One's going into the store, one's coming out of the store, I believe.
Well, one coming out of the store, the guy who walked up, he didn't even attempt to go in the store. He just
Right.
walked.
He just walked right back because he knew what time it was when he seen old boy.
Yeah, he said something, but I don't know what it was he said.
But you know what? That was sort of, it wasn't funny by far, but it was sort of comical because it goes along with, it ain't so funny when the rabbit got the gun. Because he was big crack, talking all that crap when he had his gun in his waistband. So he pulled out that long AK-47. He did 3 somersaults back.
Yeah, he did hit a backwards.
Dude with the AK-47?
He reached to God. Lord Jesus, please. Jesus.
Yeah, he wasn't expecting it.
AK-47, he could have killed him.
He could have killed him like that.
Yeah, he wasn't trying. He didn't even want no problems for real though. The
He
driver,
did try. I will take.
the dude with the big gun.
Now listen, but I gotta keep real. This is all over drugs though, I think. So,
I think it's gang related.
Or
I don't think
drugs,
it's
gang related.
I just think they
It's-
probably don't like each other, probably from rival
Well-
gangs or something.
Neither men were wounded, but a woman was shot. The detectives were investigating the shooting. No arrests have been made. There's a freaking, that's a surprise. No arrests have been made. They only got it on video. According to the police officers were called to Texaco gas station on Lee Street at 8:30 Sunday night. Reports of shots fired. This video was stolen. A man and handguns. Unfortunately, another man. I'm just trying to speed read through it. Okay, so I'm just trying to speed read through it, folks, to get caught up because I'm coming back off vacation. So, but again, this is going to lead.
California.
That's right. My brain's still in Cali. So this is going to lead to our question of the day. But again, we killing each other like it's free.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of it, man. I don't
I'm
know
tired.
what
What's
to
wrong
say.
with y'all black people? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it.
Yeah.
We here to live.
Let me ask you a question, Antonio. Since me and you the youngest ones here.
Oh my God.
Well, can somebody please add this man his brain and his age?
Okay, but since I got a question. We got a young Thundercat on the show with us, right? So, but I got a question for you, real. Have you ever been in a position, and you don't got to give dates and times, nothing like that, but have you ever been in a position where someone that you felt disrespected by someone, right? Another young Thundercat or whoever, it don't have to be young Thundercat. But where you've been disrespected by someone,
But we
right?
are.
And then listen, and then have mercy on them and let them just walk away. You haven't.
Once you try me, I blow stuff out of proportion. So once you try me, you fight.
So you don't.
But you see what I'm saying? He had that gun though. Another thing, he reaching his waist and putting out a gun. You already trying. I'm feeling threatened. So
Right.
that was me that made it to that car, and I pulled. As soon as I came out that car, he would have been getting shot at.
So you would have shot him while he was on the ground.
Oh yeah, I would have shot him as soon as I came out, and he was trying to roll around that car.
Or he hit the ground.
Right there.
Because he didn't know what he was
Yeah.
doing in that
Right
car.
at him.
I
You
think
know-
if he would have got in that car, I think that boy would have shot at him.
Right.
Shot him in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying?
And I
Yeah.
see what you doing. I see you reach for your. I'm keep walking like you doing, playing it off. Okay, yeah, you got it, but you got it.
That's why he shot at him even when he told him to go. He tried to run off.
Yeah.
Shoot it.
Still shot at him.
So let me ask you a question. So from black man to black man,
You black?
do you think that now, not on this case,
Don't
because
sound
this is a clear-cut case of self-defense right here. This is, no matter what it is, I don't care if he was a Colombian drug lord and he was moving 50 billion pounds of cocaine. This is still, you still can't go up and try to shoot people and crap like that. Okay, so this is still a case of self-defense. But on a lighter note, as far as just the attitude from black man to black man, how do we get over that? Like with us as the younger generation, okay, how do we get over that hurdle? Like, where does it end at? Like, me and you got beef. How do we stop this?
You don't even know because it's out of control.
It's like a mean to no end.
Wow.
But
Everybody on drugs. Don't nobody know how to fight no more because they too busy getting geeked up and falling asleep. And nobody strong. So what else they gonna
Wow,
do? You
that's
can't
deep.
fight you ain't got no muscle. You weak. Everybody weak. All these dudes weak.
TV and rap music, cause they stupid.
All that junk, not moving around, don't want to do nothing but get drunk and lay back and sell their products.
So as a society,
when it's time to get down to business, don't nobody want to fight no more. All they want to do is shoot, because they already know if I fight you, don't do this. I'm finna fight you.
It's about reputation and all that.
I mean, but let me ask you this here. So I've been in, as a young adult, situations. I'll tell you the truth. I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'll tell America. I don't care. I was confronted one time. I had just graduated from the police academy, right? Fresh out the academy, right? I was in my civilian clothes. I had my youngest boy with me. That's a whole nother different story, a topic there. And I cut this car off, right? And this guy gets out the car, and he comes back to my car, and he starts banging on my hood of my car. And I had my window down just a little bit, right? And I told him, I said, hey man, my bag, brother, my bag, right? He takes and he's banging on my window, right? All the time. See, this is what I'm saying. He doesn't know I'm like this with my gun under my leg. I could have easily probably killed this guy, right? But in my mind, how I think is, I'm like, if he breaks the window or something like that, that's a different story. But in my mind, I'm saying that he doesn't even know how close he is coming to death. Or even, that I'm a cop or anything like that. Who cares about that, right? How close you really are to death because you're just buck out of control over a traffic thing, right? It's stupid, right? So what I'm saying is that at some point, as black men, somebody, one of the sides, has got to learn how to control themselves. Because if not, guess what? We just keep dying. Okay, yeah, you bad. See, he thought he was, let me tell you something. And the sad thing about it was, my son was in the car, and he thought he was the baddest one there. And I just shook my head. I said, you don't even have a clue. See, I don't need machoism to kill someone. I can kill you and be just as quiet and cool and nice to you all day long. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't need machoism. I don't need to get out the car and go up with this guy and stuff like that. First off, I'm smart enough to know that I'm not the only one with the only gun in the world. Secondly, I'm smart enough to know if I don't do it for me, do it for this kid in the back. Because bullets don't got no eyes. Bullets don't got, okay, yeah, I got a gun. He may have a gun. I pull my gun. He pull his gun. Shots are fired. I mean, come on. So I have to err on the side of caution. And I would want to say that even if I didn't have my son with me, I would have reacted that way too. Because I'm smart enough to know that fire with fire don't always equal fire. You don't always extinguish fire with fire. So I don't know. Some may call me a punk. I don't care. I'm still allowed to talk about it. That guy probably dead today. I don't care. I know what would have really happened if it was really pushed to the limit. I don't got nothing to prove to nobody. I say that on TV, and it's going out to over 1 million people. I don't care. I ain't no punk, y'all. I should have shot him. Okay, I tell y'all, sorry, I should have shot him.
You so stupid.
My man good. No, I should not have shot him. I did the right thing. So, that's what we got to learn to say. You know what the hell with you, bruh? I'm going home to my girl.
Bruh.
I'm going home to everything else that I love. Because I got a news flash for you. Dead is permanent. I know a lot of macho dead people. At the end of the day, when you see ridiculous stuff like this over just some beef in the street, come on. Come on.
Ain't worth it.
And then what about the innocent people walking by? It could have been a mother walking by. My mother, your mother, sisters, babies. It's ridiculous. But no, I got to be a badass. I got to show you that.
Out of control.
Us as young adults, who do we have to look up to?
People like who sitting right next to you, old adults.
Who do you look up to?
Nature.
Old people.
Who?
Nature.
Nature?
The universe.
I mean, like a physical person.
That is a physical person. Go outside and touch a tree. What's that?
That is physical. I said a
nature, though.
right. Yeah, but I said
That's
a.
what I look up to.
I said a physical person.
That is a physical person.
A tree's a
physical
person.
being.
It's a being.
I didn't say a physical
It's
being.
life.
A physical person. Someone that's walking, living, breathing, pumping heart in their blood. Who you look up to? Anybody?
Just told you.
Not nature.
No, but but that's how a lot of, what do you call it?
Us as young youth
That's right.
don't have anybody to look up to.
Yeah, no adult role models that's positive.
I mean, who? Who? Everybody's about their self. Everybody's about money. It seems like.
Yeah.
And and when you get this type of behavior right here, I'm not excusing this behavior, and I'm not making any excuses for it. And I'm not saying I feel one way or the other. Besides, I think it's totally ridiculous, and I think they could have killed a lot of people. But what I'm saying is that as black folk, what is our future? Because every child or every young adult has a dream. We don't even have dreams anymore.
It's because
What is
they
it?
Your
brainwashed.
brain clouded. You still
They
need that meat.
brainwashed.
You still not eating right, so you ain't gonna know what you here for. You don't even know what food you supposed to be eating, first of all.
Meat make you do this?
You run around
True.
and listen, you don't like meat. If your meat didn't have your earth on it, your seeds and your herbs, you wouldn't eat meat. If you like
True.
meat, there would be no problem with you running outside.
You ain't just
right
gonna
now,
go
biting
pick up
a
a piece
squirrel
of meat
in
and
the
eat
butt.
it raw and
Eat
blooded.
it raw and blooded.
Because it is
Exactly.
not
Look how
your
you
food.
look. You ain't say yeah. See, look how you look.
Who did we invite on the show?
Somebody
I love
He
it.
making a
see,
good
but
point.
Well, okay, I agree with you on that.
Benefits.
I agree with you on that. But do you think these guys was high too?
Oh man, that's it. I think one like I don't even know.
Probably.
Or, like I said, you gotta know there's probably some ongoing beef.
Right. I mean, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that. But
I don't think they were high.
well,
And
I mean, I don't know. I can't say one way or
I
the
just
other.
think the other guy who really aired everything out, I think he was just really like trying to make sure he was gonna be good because he didn't know what to pick up from the other guy. Because the other dude came out with all the macho stuff. You know what I'm saying?
And you can clearly see on the video the guy with the AK-47 telling him to
Yeah,
go,
about
go,
his
go.
business. He went to the car and got his piece. Like I would have did the same thing. I ain't finna pull off or nothing because
Would you would have shot him on the ground back?
I don't know if I don't know. I
Yeah.
can't say. It depends on his actions. It depends on his
Let me
actions.
tell you,
Because
if
like I
if I
said-
saw his gun, I probably would have. I'm not playing because I am as
Yeah.
scary as they come.
But see,
I
that's what I'm
will
saying.
shoot out
It depended on his actions after I pulled
Yeah.
mine out.
Now, if he would have just showed it, I would have just been like, bro, gone.
But see, like,
you know,
you
but if he
telling
pulled
him
it
to
out,
go.
I'm freaking out.
So
But see, like I would have been just like he was trying to get him to go, so I won't have to kill your ass.
But see, then I
But
would think,
I
what
wanna
if he
pull
try to
that-
come back for me?
But see, that's what I'm saying. Like I would have played it like him. Like he could have got in his car, tried to pull off or anything. But if he would have got in his car and tried to pull off, I still believe that the dude would have tried to shoot at him
At some
as he was
point,
pulling
right.
out. You know what I'm saying? So I would have got out like he did, pulled it like, bro, this your chance. Go about your business.
So let me ask you a question. Okay, all right, I got a perfect
probably
scenario for
would've shot
everybody. Okay, you would have probably shot him. Okay, you would have shot him. You already said you would have started clipping his butt when he hit.
Yeah, because you
would've
already
shot-
got
okay.
your warning while I'm walking off.
I would've-
I'm already
I
telling
would've,
bro,
you know what I'm saying? I
I'm
would've
already
had to
telling you leave.
try to
I'm
see
telling
what
you,
the
gone
situation
already.
was gonna be.
You still
I
fighting.
don't
So
change.
therefore, I'm threatened. I know I got somebody in the code too.
Right.
I know it's okay.
So you gotta protect her
keep
too,
on
right?
following me to my car. So now, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Would you say my bullshit levels on DEFCON 3?
Right.
So now we feel.
Okay. So I got a question for y'all, shooters. Y'all killers.
Not about.
Y'all some killers up in here today.
No,
No, where the hell this come from? I don't even know this
Say I ain't
one.
no killer, but don't push
Well,
me.
at least we waiting until we see a gun. Police don't
Oh,
even
say I
wait.
ain't no killer, but
Well,
don't
hold
push
on
me.
now, because there's been several situations. That was where I was going next. So what happens if this guy with the dreads was an officer? Would he have been justified?
Yeah.
He justified.
He would have been
He
justified.
still
Okay.
justified.
So do you think he would have got public scrutiny if that was a white officer that shot and let's say he
No,
killed him?
man.
No, dude had a gun.
Let's take it from being a white officer.
This what I'm
Let's
saying,
just
though.
place
Yeah,
him
I
as
know
a
what
white
happened
man.
after that, though.
Okay, or a white man.
Right, dude had a gun. Your life, you felt threatened. Period, point blank.
So there would have been no distinguishing.
Not in my book.
So if that was a white boy standing outside the door, aiming at the black dude on the ground and then air him out. Well, add it out after the fact. Y'all still feel the same.
It don't matter, Green, because I don't see color. I don't care. If your life feels threatened,
that's how
you go for it.
I don't see color. Well, I don't see color.
I don't see color. I don't judge people by the color of their skin. I judge.
Say that then.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm blind to color. I don't look at,
So-
if I see a white person walking down the street or a black person, my thoughts are mutual. I don't look and say, oh, they white, or look and say, oh, they black. I don't see color.
So if that would have been the police doing that, y'all would have been perfectly okay with it.
I'm okay with it. There's a lot of things police do. I'm not anti-police.
Well,
Okay.
I think if that would have been the police, his ass would have been shot.
I know his ass would have been
Yeah.
shot.
'Cause you
Because
pulled
see,
your
I'm
gun.
gonna tell you something.
You gave them
Here's the
proper cause to
difference.
bust your ass.
Here's the difference in trained and untrained. So if that was the police officer there, the guy with the dread standing up, right, and the guy's on the ground, the first thing that we're trained to do is not to tell him to go ahead and run, right? What would we have been telling him to do?
Drop his gun.
Drop his gun. And when he wouldn't have dropped his gun,
His ass would've been
see, but this is what I'm going to. When he wouldn't have dropped his gun, right, and you would have fired his ass up, the first thing everybody say is they didn't have to shoot him like that because that's right. They didn't have to shoot him like that because he didn't have a gun pointed at him, right? Now, this cat didn't shoot him. He's a good, well, I'm not gonna say a good brother, but he spared his life straight up and down, right? He
really
spared
did.
his life because he could have took his life right there,
He really
right?
could have.
And what did that get him? That got his girlfriend shot and him almost killed. So that's why, as the police, when we tell you drop your gun, drop your gun, drop your gun, and you don't, that's why you get the shit shot out of you. Because nobody is gonna stand around and wait
For you to pull
for you to start busting cats at them
And you would
first.
have had to be the guy with the dude's lawyer if he really would have went on ahead and shot his ass up like he had all air opportunity.
Right.
Because they wouldn't have looked at it as real as you just said.
Well, but what I'm
Because
saying
if it
is the
would've been
police.
the same thing this young dude that don't have a badge on, man, drop your gun, go on about your business and all this. And like you said, if
But this cat
that
he didn't get locked up though.
No,
he didn't get locked up.
He didn't, but I'm saying if he would have, like you said, if it would have
Right.
been police.
Yes. Okay, and
That's what I'm saying. He
that's a whole different scenario also too. What we look at also is your actions after the shooting. Now let's say he got in his car and drove away, that suspect. But he knew, I'm right. I don't got, my gun's legal, whatever, you can carry a gun in your car, it's an extension of your home. Nothing wrong with that. My girl got shot. I'm calling the damn man. I don't got nothing to hide. All right, it's a straight up legit shooting. It's right there on camera, right? That's why he's not locked up. Because even though he may be a drug dealer,
If he
might be, okay, but
still.
still, he handled it accordingly.
Like you
And
said.
so that's why I tell everybody that we
And
listen.
of course, I'm sure his gun was registered.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, bad cops, I say we crucify them. We hang them up. Right? But that's why I say you can't judge a split-second decision. Because it's split second as this man here with the dreads told this guy to go ahead, go. You see how quick he turned and bow, 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 bow. That quick. That's why we don't do it.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
That's
he
why we don't do
would've
it.
gone ahead And got out and shot him up.
That's why we don't do it.
Locked him up.
But I take my hat off to this guy.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, this man could have easily killed him and been justified for it.
Yeah,
It's just that simple. I take my hats off to him.
I agree with that.
So, folks, we got to take another break. We're going to come back out here with your boy, Officer Keep It Real, Ned B. Keep Mac, Antonio with us on not on the back, but we'll be right back on the Officer Keep It Real show. All right, we're back from our secondary break on the Officer Keep It Real show. I'm your boy, Daryl Triplett, Officer Keep It Real, your comedian. I'm here with Ned B. Your girl, Keep Mac on the back. You don't even got no hair no more. You a bald-headed fool.
Bye, let's get it. Like, dang, you call yourself Scallywag?
Oh man, we got Antonio with us. Folks, when we talk about the shooting that happened in Atlanta at the Exxon gas station, we got to get better. We got a lot of work to do as black folk in whole. It's a lot of work to do, and I don't know how we're gonna get there. I wish I knew the answer to it. We try to have young folk on the show. Yeah, everybody's stubborn. Nobody want to give, but somewhere we got to, because I mean, sometimes you even gotta have love for fools. And this brother apparently did have love for fools because he could have easily killed them. We gotta go on to our question of the day, thank our sponsors, and we gotta bounce. But again, y'all, we always appreciate you tuning into the Also Keep It Real show every Friday at 4 o'clock. Question of the day. Real quick. Go.
Black folks need to be more worried about the police or each other.
Each other. That came out quick.
Each other, I'm
Oh,
serious.
excuse me. That came out quick.
But let me tell you, I would say each other first because it's like, if I can't trust you as my sister, now I already know what I'm up against outside my walls. But if you're my brother and my sister and I can't trust you, that's a problem.
Yeah,
And that's more deadly to me
Well,
than any outsider.
What about you can't trust the police as your protector?
I don't care because they
Well, you know what?
Well,
Because the police is
I hold, let me tell you something. And you're absolutely right. But when it gets to the point where I'm shooting my kids, my uncles, and my aunties, my blood, you're part of me. And if I can't trust you, that's
police.
it. The world, like, I don't trust them to begin with. They ain't never running they slave on me.
But I say both because it's not just your family. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm saying as a black community.
Yeah.
You know, not just blood, but as a black, like our blood, you know, even though we
Yeah, that's why I say both. I would say they each other first, and then I would say the police.
You say something wrong, so black dude.
But I'm gonna tell you something. Their stuff is not gonna stop until our stuff stops. When we stop fighting against each other and stand as one, that's when we'll be able to put a little damper on whatever it is they got going on.
Well, I think that, but if you look at the how I judge it, is that now with the social media, which is the best thing that could have ever happened for police, even though they don't think so. Most cops don't think so. But I will tell you this here: if you're out there doing your job and you got to pillow cap on someone and shoot them, you just got to pillow cap on them and shoot them, and let the evidence fall where it may, because nobody's expecting cops to get shot or civilians to get shot and killed just for no particular reason, right? So my whole thinking is that if you look at the totality of how many black folk get shot on a daily basis versus how many crooked cops shoot unarmed black men on a daily basis, there's a big gap there, right? There's a big gap there. Now, I would say maybe it's just not being televised because of, the media don't really like to pump that up and stuff like that, right? Not so with social media anymore. Mm-hmm. So I could tell you this here. Well, that's true too, but that goes along with the bad cops. So what I'm simply trying to say is that if I had to look at the totality of the circumstances of how many black on black crimes that there is versus police, the bad police, and I'm not talking about all police shootings because all police shootings ain't bad. Some of those asses need to be shot. All right? So I'm talking about the specific bad ones that we know about. Compared to the black on black crime, it's the difference between night and day. We got to love each other first before we ever think about anything else. That's just the plain old truth of the matter is. We can't worry about nobody else until that brother step on your shoes and you have enough discipline and enough love in your heart to say that, you know what, you're just ignorant. And I'm going to let you have that one and push on. Because you got the rest of your life in the damn with those damn shoes. You got the rest of your life, and more importantly, you probably got kids out there, little babies and little sons and daughters that love you. So I can't condone it as far as that go. And me, if I got to answer the question, what was the question again?
Does black folk need to be more worried about the police or each other?
You already know my thing. It's each other. Because policing for black folks and white folks and everybody else starts at home. It's called a self-check. I can't control Antonio. I can't control Net B. I can't control anybody else. But who I can control is me. And I got to live to see another day. Put your feelings in your pocket. Put your machoism in your pocket. You got to live to see another day. If you don't do it for yourself, do it for your shorties. I'm your boy, Also Keep It Real. We keep it live at the Also Keep It Real show. We're going to holler at you next Friday. Same time, same channel. And peace. Peace. All right, everybody. My name is Daryl Triplet, and I am the head of the Triplet family.
My name is Lisa Triplet. I am the mother of all the children.
My name is Devontae. I'm 17 years old. I like gaming and I like Batman.
My name is DeAndre. I'm 15. I like to produce and make beats.
My name is Maya, and I'm 16 years old. I like to sing.
Even if it is nowhere.
My name is Dante, and I'm age 14. And I'm the youngest of the bunch.
Sup, guys? My name is Dondre. I'm 19, and I love the trick.
We have a unique view on parenting in this house.
Get your down here, time to go. Time is money. We late already. Y'all know what time it is. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I decided that I wanted to move to Japan.
Say who, say what? DJ with the whole want to go to Japan thing and all this other stuff. All right, you can't drive around a corner right now. What do you talk about going to Dargon, Japan right now? I think the key to our success is hard work and dedication and perseverance, and expect to fight. Expect to be told no. Expect to be let down. But those are some of the key components to character building for success. I am the CEO of a security company. I spent 24 years as a police officer. So I've got to sort of see the good, the bad, the ugly with all of the police officers involved shooting and just the injustice in the system. It was just one or two things, to kill someone or to put a comedy twist on it. So I decided with the comedy twist.
I'm your boy, Officer Keep It Real, Daryl Triplet. I'll holler at you later. You've been wonderful.
So the Officer Keep It Real show is about this, is sort of a dual personality. One is this real straight up and down police officer, Officer Daryl Triplet. And then there is a flip side to him, that when he loosens up his tie, he rolls up his sleeves or whatever, he turns into Officer Keep It Real character and just whatever comes out of his mouth. And now I guess it's time to talk about the contamination of Kanye's ass, I guess. I don't know. I used to try to interject my comedy into my law enforcement work and never thinking seriously that, you know what, maybe one day I could do this for a living.
Give it up for my weed smokers in the house. Any weed smoker? Yeah, yeah, I'm a cop.
I've always thought, brother always thought he was funny. So, I decided a few years back that I was going to, what the heck, live your dream, go for it, become a comedian. I don't give a damn if I'm the only one in the room laughing. I'm thinking about releasing the company to Natrice and letting her run it while I pursue my career as a comedian.
What is wrong with
Why
you?
would you
Wow,
do
What is
you
your
must be
problem?
very smart.
That doesn't make sense.
Will
Like,
you
what are
please
you talking
do
about? You think it's
You
a
get on
joke?
my
It's not a
nerves.
joke. Like, what are you... I don't think. That's nada. That is, yeah, no.
I just think that's just a bad idea.
Without this company, we would all be on the street, probably selling whatever.
I love him. I believe in him. I want him to obtain that dream. But at the same time, it's not bringing in any money right now. Have you thought about what we're going to do as far as money? Have you thought about our children's education? Have you thought about things we do on the regular? Have you thought about how we're going to keep this house? How can we do all of that if you're leaving the security company? The fear of the unknown is what haunts me right now, and I hope and pray, he makes the right decision. But either way it goes, I'll be there.
If you like to laugh, if you like to say those fools is crazy, what the hell are they thinking or what are they doing? Watch the Triplets Keep It Real. Because every single day in this household, there is something new going on.
What up, Big J? Yo, man, I'm here to take out mine.
What the hell? Watch us, because we coming at you. The Triplets Keep It Real. Because that's all we know how to do.
Are you crazy as It don't make... Cold in. To get my gun. Bull. Get my pistol.